Enrique Lemos once said that it was Ricky Yoo-hoo, so.
Totally, man.
All right,
Love
now,
names.
All right.
this is the very first interview of the band known as 3 to 6 Inches. So, why don't, from right to left, tell the world who exactly it is that you are.
You're right or our right?
Prima, I'm the guitar player.
James, I play bass.
I'm Lisa, I'm the singer.
And Bill and I play drums.
Please meet all of you. I've seen you once before in a band known as 3 Some More. You two, that is. Or you
Three.
And you're a new addition to the fold.
That's right.
Welcome to the fold. Welcome to hell. Started off, I think you're going to be about the youngest band I ever had on Channel X. Tell people how long you've been together.
Oh, God.
A year.
3 to 6 inches.
As
Oh, 3 to 6 inches? Yeah, about a year.
We've only played out 3 times.
You only played out 3 times. When was the first time?
Actually, like 3.5 times.
3.5?
Well, we won't talk about that.
First time was December 15th, and the second time was January 28th, and the half time was New Year's Eve.
But we don't want to talk about that.
Yeah, we did a show in a house.
I just got so drunk and just fell over each other.
I wish.
That's exactly what
That would have been
That's
easier.
exactly what happened.
Yes, that's what happened.
So explain to the world, how did y'all get together? What started this thing that they call 3 to 6 inches?
Well, after Freak Some More broke up, Bill and I got together and decided to start playing together again. And so we got Lisa involved, and all we needed was a guitar player.
Yeah, well,
and
by
then
the way,
became Prima.
we should mention that Bill decided that he wanted to play drums.
Yeah, he's playing drums.
Because he was the guitar player. So Bill decided to be a drummer. They asked me to play. And I was friends. What I was talking about before. Oh, that Bill decided to play drums.
New instrument.
And Bill and James were playing together. And I was answering ads in the Aquarian, which was a big mistake.
Don't do this at home,
Don't do
kids.
this at home. Looking for a band to sing with, and James said, well, why don't you try singing with us? And then I was hanging out with Prima, and I found out kind of offhandedly that she played guitar, and I was like, why don't you come play with us? And she rocks.
Well, Prima, explain. How did you sneak into the fold?
There's no sneaking.
How did you suddenly infer that you knew how to play guitar?
Suddenly infer.
What did you do prior to joining this band?
I didn't do anything. I had stopped playing guitar for about 6 years. And brought my acoustic over one day because we didn't have a proper electric one to play, and we started, and that was it.
When you was playing guitar before, was you in a band or was you?
I was in a high school band, and I played in high school, and then I stopped when I went to school, when I went to college.
And then we misled her with dreams of fame and fortune.
Rock stardom.
That's not good. But that's okay.
Oh, come on, we're in New Brunswick. Everybody wants to be a rock star.
I want to live fast and leave a pretty corpse.
Beg your pardon.
Well, see, that's why I do the show, because it's time for people to understand what is out there. And so the question that I must ask of the 4 of you is, what do you want people to understand about you as a band?
That we're the only band that sounds like us.
Yeah.
There's that.
I really dislike a lot of bands that sound a lot like other bands. You know, I turn on the radio and I hear this band that sounds like Van Morrison, and I hear another band that sounds like Cheap Trick or something like that. You know,
Nirvana.
or Nirvana.
Or Pearl Jam.
Just there's so many bands ripping off other
Bush.
bands, and that's not what we're about. You know, we're trying to do something completely original.
It's like all 4 of us have
At least
such...
as original as we think
All
it is.
4 of us individually have such different influences that there's no way we can end up sounding like another band.
Like, what are your influences?
Me?
Yeah.
Personally, I was, well, Susie.
No, I was just getting ready to say that.
It's the hair, it's the hair. I'm going to change my damn hair color. But I mean, I grew up listening to the Angry Samoans and Black Flag. I was totally into that mid-'80s California punk rock thing. So, I mean, there's Susie with a lot of good screaming in it.
And you, well, considering that you look like Lane Staley from now.
Can't say I dig them heroin band things. But, let's see. I like a lot of older rap, like the Jungle Brothers and P.E. and Tribe Called Quest, and yeah, just a lot of different influences. You know, like I go from helmet to like the Jungle Brothers, you know, and like the same
Motherfucker
listening.
just made me feel old. He says he listens to the older rap, like just.
We got Stetsasonic in the house too. We got Stetsasonic in the house. We got the Sugar Hill Gang. We got Stetsasonic. Remember that? You know.
Oh my
Down with that.
Lord.
Down with that.
How old are you?
No, 26.
So am I. Where the fuck?
I was in middle class white America. That's what it comes
You sort
down
of missed
to.
all the shit.
And I had to work hard to get out of that, you know, get myself back correct.
Therapy. Years of therapy. And you?
Well, when I started playing bass, I was really into like heavy metal, but I feel like I grew out of that now. But I've
So
gotten
let me guess.
influence.
One of your major influences was the bass player from Iron Maiden.
Oh my God! How did you know that?
Oh, God.
Yeah, I used to be really into Steve, whatever his name is. You know, I haven't been into heavy metal in such a long time. I can't even remember their names. But and then I like turned into an art fag for a while. So I got into like Susie, and I got into Depeche Mode and New Order. So that influenced me a lot, I think.
And Primo, what's your excuse?
My excuse, okay. When I played in high school, we did a lot of Rush covers.
You didn't tell us that.
That was Rush covers.
They're not my influence. That's just what I learned first. And then I don't really have that many influences. I know what I like. I like PJ Harvey a lot, but there isn't like one
Buy her
particular thing that
records.
influences me. James influences me.
Don't forget the local bands.
Oh yes. Any local bands influence you
Excellent
out there?
local bands.
Transylvia. They're not local
Transylvia.
anymore, but
Yeah.
they better not forget they're from New Brunswick when they're rich and famous.
I think I've been getting
I like that. Oh man, just like me, the positive attitude. Hey, wait a
Oh,
minute,
come
I
on.
got you on video
They
when
need to be
Transylvia.
signed.
You got us on video at Eric's graduation
It
party.
was actually when they became Transilia.
Well, the cops, but yeah, they were doing the little quiet acoustic set in the backyard after the cops busted
That
it
was
up.
so cool. That was great. Yeah, I think Buzzkill is another
Excellent
kind of
New Brunswick
influence.
band.
They're great.
Yeah.
Excellent New Brunswick band.
And
I still
Mars
like
is
calling
great,
him
too.
Butthead though. Buzzkill is.
It just doesn't fit.
Yeah, it's.
You made a band change their name.
Yeah, but I mean, I've been in New Brunswick since like the Shock Mommies and Pleased Youth and all.
Oh my God.
September Violence.
I never even heard
September
of the Shock
Violence.
Mommies.
Really?
You came in before. You see,
We don't have to go into how old I am and how long I've been here.
I grew up in this area, but I never really.
You never went to those Cisbez shows?
See, I was caught up in that middle class black America.
Oh.
There you go. There you go.
Well.
So, and I call them my black militant days. I would never listen to anything white unless it was Journey or Huey Lewis.
Oh, that's a brave thing to admit. That's brave.
I'm as bad as Rush covers,
It's
I
like
think.
frosted flakes. I'm not ashamed.
Doesn't Steve Perry have some solo album out now? You gonna be running out?
Yeah.
In any case, together, I did ask you what you want people to understand about you as a band. You've only been around for a small bit of time, but what do you think has been the response so far?
People have been so kind to us.
Yeah,
you know, they've
very
been really
positive.
supportive.
Definitely better than I expected.
They're just not humoring you.
People.
We had, after our first gig, we had 15 names on a mailing list that I didn't even know we were going to get together. So it's like, people came up and said, can I be on your mailing list? And I'm like, I
Shocked.
picked up some piece of paper off the floor, and I'm like, yeah, here it is.
Yeah, the one cool thing is that, you know, people will tell you one thing in your face. They'll say, oh, you're great. You know, oh, it was cool. It was very cool. And then, you know, go somewhere else and tell everybody, you know, I don't go there. But, you know, we heard from a lot of other people that have talked to people that saw our show, and, you know, they said that, oh, these people said, you know, we're good and all that. So, you know, I think that's a very positive thing when, you know, somebody is, like, not only honest with somebody else, but they're honest in front of your face, too.
Yeah, we heard a lot of good
Another cool thing
stuff
is, like,
secondhand.
We've been playing in front of other people in bands, people who we really respect as musicians. And when someone like Ray,
Right,
or
yeah.
like
When
Mike
somebody like Ray tells you that you're good, it
says-
like it
says that
means
you're good,
something.
you just feel like 10
Everyone.
feet tall because you know they're so good already. Just to
Yeah.
like get their respect is great, more than we could ask
Very
for.
comforting.
When you mention other people, other bands, please note that I am editing this and no one's going to know who the fuck you're talking about.
I mean, Ray from Mars Needs Women, and make them Franco from Hippie Killer.
TMA.
Formerly from Hippie Killer.
Formerly from Hippie
TMA.
Killer.
And Bruce and Dan from Buzzkill.
Yeah, and we think they're the best. They rock
Catherine
like
Moon.
hell. So
Yeah, and
when we hear
Catherine
good
Moon.
things from them.
And
we
Gene
feel
from
like
G&L
we talk.
Studios.
Nice support.
So the next thing that's going to need to come out is going to be a tape, a recording, something.
Yeah.
We're working
Are
on
you working on
God,
that
yes.
Yes.
Well, we have plans to go in sometime within the next month or two.
Yeah, we wanted to get some playing out under our belt because nothing makes you tighter than playing out in front of
Yeah.
people.
Another thing I think we're doing is we've been making sort of like demo tapes at G&L Studios, and I think that's good practice for a studio environment. So I think we're gonna maybe do that a few more times before we actually make a tape. And get some practice at that.
So, considering this is just it is not too much I can actually ask, but that's okay. It's like 5 minutes of the video.
You only have 5 minutes of the video.
So, where do you think the future is going to go from here? There's a whole lot of future ahead of you now.
For us? Where do we want it to go, or where do we
want to
think
be the band of the year 2000. We want to create a whole new musical movement.
You go, James.
James does.
We are the future.
We are your children.
Am I coming from?
We are your children.
No, I would love to be able to influence people the way that, like, Patti Smith influences people. I mean, that's some big shoes to fill, and I'm sure I'll never fill them, but that to me would mean more to me than anything else, is to have somebody come up to me and tell me that I influenced their singing, or that we influenced their music. That means more to me than, like, the commercial part of it, though I wouldn't mind the commercial part of it, too.
Well, I must say you're off to a good start.
just
I mean,
wanna
the fact
rock.
that you are playing here at the Court Tavern on Saturday.
They've been so good to us here.
Yeah, they've been.
This
Eric
has been so
Eric
good to
here
us.
has been
Yeah.
great. And that's not just because he can hear us.
Eric
Eric Gundry from the Court Tavern. He really has been
Everybody
great.
can hear you now because it's all over PCTC land in New Brunswick, so.
I mean, Eric gave us a gig on a Thursday night without ever having only heard what our
No
last
tape,
band
not
did.
even
We
a tape.
had no tape,
Yeah.
and
He
he
took a
took a chance and
Took
gave
a
us a gig,
chance.
and then the next thing you know, he gave us. This is our second Saturday gig here, so Eric's been great.
He really has.
Well, I guess the only thing that's left to say is let's start off with the final remarks. Do you have anything to say, Prima?
Keep looking out for us and come see us play. Check it out for yourself.
Yeah, what she said.
Oh God, I don't know if I have anything to add to that actually, but keep a lookout for our tape. Hopefully it'll be out soon, 3 to 6 inches. And don't ask us where we got the name from.
That was gonna be one.
Use your own imagination.
Yes, we refuse to divulge that.
Well, divulge what you have to.
Closing
Your
statements.
final remarks.
Closing statements.
You're not the guy from Alice in Chains, that's what you're saying.
Wait, he does have eyes too. See, they're there.
Damn, his eyes look like the guys from
Don't do that. Peace.
And this is the band on the street, 6 inches. Don't ask them where they got the name. You get a hold of them and ask them through letters. They're actually be at the end of the program. It's over.
All right.
We out of here. See.
You going to work now?
Tori said that, I got a place to go during